I am good. Hello, my fam. Perez Hilton here, the queen of all media, the original influencer, doing this 21 years now. And last week, when I told you all about the drama with Prince Harry's charity, I knew that story would have legs and that it would be big. Well, the other shoe has dropped. Briefly, if you forgot or didn't catch that last week, in 2006, Prince Harry started a charity in Africa called Sentable. I suck at pronouncing things. Sentabale. I'm going to butcher this name too, probably. It was founded to help young people in Lesotho and elsewhere in southern Africa amid the HIV/AIDS crisis there. Recently, the board of trustees over at Sentable tried to get rid of the chairwoman in charge, Dr. Sophie Chandauka. And she didn't like that, and in response, she filed a lawsuit. And in her lawsuit, she is making some damning allegations against Meghan Sussex's husband. Through her attorneys in the lawsuit, Dr. Sophie says this is the story of a woman who dared to blow the whistle about issues of poor governance, weak executive management, abuse of power, bullying, harassment, misogynoir, and the cover-up that ensued. I had to look up what misogynoir was because I did not know it off the top of my head, and maybe you don't either. Misogynoir is a term referring to the combined force of anti-Black racism and misogyny directed towards Black women. Now we know. Dr. Sophie did not reveal which leaders of the charity were involved in all of these allegations that she's brought to light, but she did give some clues saying, quote, "There are people in this world who behave as though they are above the law and mistreat people and then play victim card and use the very press they disdain to harm people who have the courage to challenge their conduct." Playing victim and using the very press they disdain. Ouch. And in an interview with the Financial Times, Dr. Sophie did everything but name them. She didn't have to. She told the publication, quote, "The number one risk for this organization was the toxicity of its lead patron's brand." Toxic. I'm slipping under. You guys, I have fun making these videos. I hope you enjoy watching them. But if you don't, and if no one watches them, at least I entertain myself. Dr. Sophie claims that Harry set her up to fail as chairwoman of his charity. She believes that he and the fellow patron, a prince in Africa, wanted to, quote, "force a failure and then come to the rescue." Ooh. Dr. Sophie also complained about having a white British royal as the head of this African charity. Dr. Sophie is a Black woman. That's the misogynoir of it all, remember? She says to the Financial Times, quote, "The way the organization had been set up in 2006 was no longer appropriate in 2023 in a post-Black Lives Matter world. Funders were asking for locally led initiatives." The chairwoman found herself at odds with the board of his charity after announcing her plan to broaden the focus of Sentable's work from HIV/AIDS to addressing the issues of youth health, wealth, and climate resilience in Southern Africa. But Dr. Sophie maintains that's what was needed and implies the trustees didn't really care about that, only about having control over the organization. She says they were trying to get rid of her because of a loss of power and control and influence, crying, "Oh my goodness, the Africans are taking over." And even though he is no longer involved with the charity, the chairwoman, who is still in that capacity and did not leave, even though they wanted her to, she says that Centable will live on with or without you. And she wasn't done talking to the press. Nope. Dr. Sophie also sat down for a chat with Sky News. She blasted Princess Catherine's brother-in-law for his statement on leaving. The chairwoman says, "The only reason I'm here is because at some point Prince Harry authorized the release of a damaging piece of news to the outside world without informing me or my country directors or my executive director." She says that the way Prince Harry used the press to get his narrative out there led to her becoming a target. Quote, "And you can imagine what that attack has done for me, on me, and the 540 individuals in the Centable organizations and their families." Then she went for the jugular. Dr. Sophie said, "That is an example of harassment and bullying at scale." Dr. Sophie blasted Harry and Meghan for unleashing the Sussex machine on her and the other Centable employees. When asked to define that, she elaborated, quote, "The PR machine that supports Prince Harry's efforts. The only way we discovered of his decision was through the Sussex machine activating newspaper." However, sources close to Prince Harry counter that he let the organization know 2 weeks before he made his announcement public. And though Harry has not commented publicly on this, a royal insider says, quote, "He fully expected this publicity stunt and reached the collective decision with this in mind." Him and the other patron, the prince in Africa. "They remain firm in their resignation for the good of the charity and look forward to the adjudication of the truth." I mean, a lot of people have made allegations of bullying in the past against her. Is this the first time that those have been leveled against him? Do you view this as bullying? Lots of questions. Let's discuss it all. You know where. You know what to do. Let's get to it in the comments section. And once again, thank you for your support, especially if you watch until the end. You are a superstar. Mwah!